Hello, everyone. My name is Imani Forrest, and I wanted to ask you, do you believe the United States is still united today? Now, if you believe that this is totally wrong, then I do agree with you. But if you believe that the United States is still united, I want to show you how segregated we truly are. Now, this is due to segregation being totally alive still today. In the 1960s, there was a reform to change it, but it did not change it. Segregation just modified itself, and it's become discrimination. Discrimination is the new face for segregation to live through and to live in our community today. Now, I would like to show you a form of discrimination. If you could please close your eyes. Imagine you're 5 years old playing on a huge playground with millions of kids. All of a sudden, you started to notice that a game of tag breaks out among a particular group of people. You don't mind it, but you just want to play in the game too. But once you go and ask to join in, you are met with these following words: get out of here, you don't fit in with us, you're not like us, and you're kicked in your shin and you run away crying, like any typical 5-year-old would. If you could please open your eyes again. Do you feel this feeling of rejection, of not being good enough, of not fitting the status quo that was set by that group of people? This is discrimination. Now, in all points of our life, we have all felt discrimination. And I have felt this every single day of my life and combat it every day. According to Cambridge Dictionary, made from Cambridge University professors, it states that discrimination is an unfair treatment of people and groups and individuals. This discrimination has separated the American people and American society as a whole. It has led to a divided nation that cannot agree on the simplest things like a wall. And it is negatively impacting the people and their lifestyles. To prevent another era of segregation happening, which we're clearly on the road to as we can't agree on the simplest things, we must recognize that discrimination is the new face that is creating and giving birth to segregation in our society. This is causing negative effects on people's health and people's lifestyles, and it needs to change in order to stop these effects from happening and to begin to unite our United States once again. And this can all be achieved through one solution. Now, the depth and unity in our society is being noticed by everyone and felt by everyone as discrimination becomes more rapid, and it's causing a change in many people's lifestyles and many people's health. According to the American Psychological Association's conducted study across all 50 states in our country, it found that 7 out of 10 adults, that's nearly 69% of people, feel discrimination on a day-to-day basis in the forms of harassment, assault, and lack of respect and treatment in general. Now, that is a big number of people. That's saying that the United States isn't united. We are divided, actually. It's 69% of our population is discriminated against and set out like you were in my scenario earlier. Now, a metabolic study found, conducted by Dr. Pascal, a children's psychologist, conducted a study on a group of adults and found that there was harsh effects of discrimination found, leading to a lot of mental health issues. Mainly, it's been the leading cause of depression in a lot of adults and has caused psychological breaks and psychological distresses on millions of teens, women, men, everyone across the world. Now, for those 30% of you in the United States that do not or have not ever felt discrimination, or maybe agree that the United States is still united, you probably are like, why is this issue so big if it does not affect me? But if you are not affected by this, you are the source of it somewhat. As you do not notice that discrimination is still occurring to maybe your friend or maybe to someone right next to you. You could possibly be the person that is discriminating against someone and you don't even recognize it. Now, it's not your fault. It's something that we all do. We categorize people and that's what it leads to. We all are in this cycle of discrimination and it must stop. This is why there's 3 parts to the solution that I have found. We first must accept that segregation is a true reality of our society. It's just taken on a new face, and that is discrimination. In order to execute the solution for this, we must first set up a zero tolerance zone for it. Next, we must stop negatively highlighting the differences between you and I. And finally, we must begin to practice more accepting behaviors in general. Now, how do we do this? Put effort into all three of these things. Begin to actually think about the social behaviors you have against a person or in yourself. Start to set up a zero tolerance environment in any place that you would like. And stop negatively highlighting those differences between people. Instead of negatively highlighting the differences that maybe you and I have, begin to start to celebrate those. Celebrate that you might have a special talent and that I might have this way I look. Start to celebrate that these differences can empower us to become one. Now, we must stop discrimination and segregation in its tracks. This is by standing up and speaking out. Now, if you stand up and speak out, do not do it negatively, do not do it harshly, but to take a moment to step back and tell the person that is discriminating against someone else, how would you feel in that situation? Begin to set up that zero tolerance for it, and that's by setting up that environment. Begin to start doing more accepting behaviors and stop to negatively highlight the differences between you and I. I myself have used this same solution, and I have set up a zero tolerance environment for discrimination in my ASB group. Now we're accepting the differences that we have by doing more not normal social behaviors, like doing difference of the day. And it literally is changing how we treat each other. I enter a world of peace when I go to my ASB group, and it truly is changing me. Now, for those of you that believe that this solution is way too simple and it does not work, the evidence is clearly right there. I did it in one small setting with a few people, and it might be simple by just changing a small segment of people each and every time, but that small segment will soon add up to the whole world. Now we must bring this into our reality by visualizing it. Please, again, if you could, close your eyes. And imagine the 50 states of America being 50 countries in total warfare, saying that Washington is better than Oregon because we have this. We have Microsoft, Google, and Starbucks, and they just have trees, maybe. They just have voodoo donuts. Now imagine a world of ultimate peace. This peace is something that we each would want, right? In conclusion, now you've seen the horrendous effects of discrimination, and now you have recognized the need to fix this, as our society is segregated by it. Now you have the tools to combat it. Today, you know the problem that our American society is facing. So I urge you to fix this fractured country. If not, we will live in a world of chaos like we visualized just before. But if so, you can heal a sickening people and damaged people. Have a great day.